Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to JTV Extra. I'm Sandra Younger, the inventor of a cord knotting tool called the Knotty-Do-It-All. And this show is all about like knotting with just about any kind of stringing material. I mean, lately I've been like pushing the edges of what I'm like usually comfortable with. And it's been very exciting because a few shows back, I actually used a bamboo yarn. So the neat thing about it is experiment, because you'd be really surprised what you come up with. If you are new to this show, you could ask questions, leave comments down below. Hit the heart button because that lets me know that you guys are engaged and you are liking the show and the products. And I can't believe when is tomorrow's Halloween? Is that right? Let me look at my calendar here. Oh my goodness. So I want to know what you guys are going to dress up as. I don't have a costume yet, but I'm working on it. Anyway, we're going to talk about the products on today's show, get to the customer show, and then do this really cool project. I got a lot of positive feedback on this. And, I was surprised. I was thinking, everyone knows how to do that, but apparently not. But this one does. I do have a lot of tips and tricks that are really important. And, I'll share those with you, during the demo, because, even when I make this, I said, I know what I'm doing. And then I realize that there are certain things you gotta know, to get like the perfect size length bracelet, especially one with like larger beads, like leather. And I'll talk about that during the demo because it's really, really interesting. Anyway, here are the products that are in today's show. Okay, so the first item on today's show is the Family Love Spacer beads in antique silver. This is a clearance price, $20. And I thought I had a bracelet around here, but I guess I don't, but I need to make one. But I think it would be really cute. Like if you have like a pet lover in your house for Christmas, you could make like a macrame bracelet, or maybe like a snake knot, or just maybe like something with coil knots, but with the paws. Wouldn't that be so cute? My daughter has 2 cats, so it's just so cute. And maybe throw in some family and some love in there. And I like these beads because they're heavy and they've got large holes, so they're very versatile. It's a nice like bead to have in your bead stash, because you never know when you're going to need a large hole bead. And then the next item is the multicolored 2mm wax cord set of 7. Okay, if you do not like using leather, then the next best thing is the this wax cord. It's very strong, and one of the advantages of it is that it does not. I was going to say it doesn't melt. It does melt. And it also fluffs really nice. So if you want like a tassel look at the end of a bracelet or a necklace, then this cord really does a really nice job. And I think that's one of the things I really like about it, because that way if you want a tassel, you don't even have to make it. You just fluff the ends out and you're done. Really nice. And then the next item is the fluorite, and I love fluorite. I don't know, there's just something about it. It's just, I don't know, it's just mystical. And these are 8x12mm tubes with large holes. And this is a closeout buy at $27.99. The regular price was $42.99. And you know what? I think I did a project. If you go back to the archives on my website, I know I did a project with these beads a few weeks ago. So check it out. They're really pretty. They're really cool. And then these are, okay, this is pink, blue, and green marble bead strand. And the I'm going to be using the 8mm on today's show because they are just so pretty. And this is like 8 and 10. And let me see. You get 3 strands. So I kind of have them folded here, I guess, for dramatic effect. But they are, they're 8 and 10mm, and you get 3 strands. I mean, it looks like 6. Sorry about that. And they're really pretty, and they're large hole. I love them. I can't wait to make something with the pink because I love pink. And which brings me to the next product, which is this the same bead, but this. Oh no, wait, no. This is another picture of the of the set. So it looks, yeah, they're. I don't know. I mean, during the show, I'll get a caliper and I'll measure them because I don't know, something, I want to know exactly how big they are, because I think that greenish strand, it looks like a 12mm to me. I'll measure it. I'm pretty sure it is. I think it's you get 8, 10, and 12. So I take anything I said before that back, because I just couldn't tell, but I'm pretty sure it's an 8, 10, and 12. And then I know this one is sold by itself. This is a 12 millimeter bead strand. And this one is $19.99. So the other set is a really good deal because you get 3 for almost like $10 less or $10 more. I don't know. These are the pink. And I was thinking of making a necklace, just like the bracelet that I'm doing today, but with these larger beads, or maybe something with, I tell you guys, when it comes to like, whenever I see a bead, it's not like I have nothing to do with it. It's like, oh, what do I do with it? Because there's so many things. I can see this having like coil knots in between, knotted, multi-strand, braided. I mean, it just goes on and on, but these are really pretty. And they're very low in quantity. So if you want them, grab them. There are only 26 in stock. And that $19.99, that's a really good deal. And then the next product is our lovely boom boom Knotty-Do-It-All. And this is a tool that I invented. And it is like amazing. If I didn't invent it and someone else was selling it, I would like buy a bunch of them because I love this. The large board is our flagship board, but then we came up with the travel because a lot of you guys requested. They said, "Oh, I need something smaller, something for a suitcase." And honestly, I use both of them all the time because sometimes just the small one is just enough, and sometimes I really need the versatility that the large board offers. And each board comes with a hardware kit and the nice thing is, you can pop them out. See, so you can reconfigure, your hardware depending on what you're making. And I'll show you a couple of things in a second that are really cool because I know that when I do a show, I never get to like cover like everything because it would take like hours. But I do want to show you like a couple of really cool things that you can do. This kit, each of them does come with an instructional DVD and an ebook, but everything and more, way more, is available on my website at theknottydoitall.com. And you can check out the past JTV lessons. You do get a password for Knotty lessons that have the videos that you can download if you want a copy, a hard copy. And let me turn this over. They have like anti-skid feet. So if you so when you're working, they're really great traction. And let me show you a couple of really cool things. Let me put this aside here because I really never get to show like all the cool things. Okay, so one thing that this board is like fantastic for is making tassels. Because like right here, all I did, let me tip this over a little tiny bit. Without everything falling off. See how I have the 2 pegs? And what I did here is I took this cord and which it's not this color. I don't know. This color is a hot pink. And for some reason, it just doesn't photograph well. So this is hot pink. It's almost like this color, but a little bit brighter. I don't know why bright neon colors don't like translate well. Maybe let me see if I can turn the exposure down a little bit. Maybe let me go the other way, guys, because I want you to appreciate, like, I love these kinds of colors. I'll just do it like that. Okay, just so you know that this is kind of like what the color actually is. So I'm gonna like go back because I don't want it to be too dark. Maybe I'll just leave it like right there. But what I did was I just literally just wrapped around the 2 pegs. And the neat thing is you can do exactly the same thing. You can make like a short tassel, a long tassel. And this one here is an interesting tassel because one thing that I like to do, if I'm making one, I might as well make 2 because it takes the same amount of time. So what I did here is I wrapped the cord around the 2 pegs. And I put a macrame binding knots with waxed cord so it will not budge. And so what I do, which is like, I always love doing this. Let me get some scissors here. Ta-ta. So I'll just come in like right in the middle and cut. However, this could also like be a bracelet. So that's one of the neat things about the multi-strand technique is that It's very versatile. So if you want to make a bracelet, you know, you can like turn that into a bracelet or a necklace. And but we are going to be doing a tassel because that's what I said. And let me cut it down the middle and done. How cool is that? And now you can put like an ear wire in here, and then you just got yourself two like really cool, swanky looking earrings. Isn't that just like, it's like magic. Every time I make something with this, I'm just like, whoa, that was so cool, and it was so easy. And you know what? When something is fun and it's easy, you do it more, and then you become like a jewelry making machine. Look how cool that is. And then if you make them like shorter, you could like add them as embellishments on like bracelets or necklaces, you know, just like, it's just really cool. Oh my goodness. I'm going to put ear wire on that and turn them into earrings. So let me come back over here. And another thing I want to show you, just because it's just like the coolest thing, the moose knot. So I never really get to show this. I'm so excited. So I'm going to put the, what is going on? Uh-oh. There we go. I'm going to put the cord on here. I'm going to center it, and then I'm going to offset it by 5 inches because I know that 5 inches go into making a moose knot, guys, and you're going to love this, especially if you're new to moose knots. If you've never seen a moose knot made, here is your big chance. Pin in a clip, 1 inch apart. I'm going to put both cords in back, and I'm going to take the long one, and I am going to wrap it, hold it, and wrap it around the peg. I'm going to go 1, 2. I'm going to be dramatic here. I'm going to make a 4 like coiled moose knot. And see, get your hands under here and see right in here. You take the end and you just put it right through and you're done. And oh, it's such a pretty knot. I mean, this is like the knot, like the most beautiful knot for a pendant. I mean, it's hands down the best. But another thing that you can do that is like so cool, you could use it to attach a clasp as well. So if you come over to the end here, and I'm going to measure 5 inches because that's, oh wait, you know what? Let's get the clasp on first. So let's measure over like 5 inches, and I'm going to fold right there. Then you do exactly the same thing, and you can use it for attaching clasps or like pen. Oops, that pen. You know what? I'm gonna let me get this clip. I'll just put it like right there. Okay, that's better. Okay, so let me get a peg, and see, you do the same thing, and you're not gonna believe this. You do the same thing, and you can use it to attach clasps, chain, and it's probably my number one. It is my absolute number one favorite way of finishing leather. Check it out. And then you do the same thing on this side, and you just made yourself this awesome necklace with like literally no like crimps, and it just looks really, really good. So anyway, that is the 2 things that, you know, I told you that I'd show. And today's project is going to be a really good example of a variation of the multi-strand, because we're going to be doing like the multi-strand like I showed you here with the clasps, but we are going to be using leather, and we are going to be putting like knots in between. Really cool project. So anyway, that this is the board. It is amazing. It's like I think it's the best tool for anyone that's working with stringing materials, because you can work with cotton, linen, leather. I do yarn, like anything, any kind of stringing material. I find vintage like stuff. This tool will get the job done. Anyway, those are all the products. Let's see, on today's show, I think I covered everything. Let me take a look. The board, the cord, the beads, and yep, that's everything. So the board, it is like, it would make hands down the best Christmas present. So if you have someone on your list that's been nice, get them a Knotty-Do-It-All. I want to thank everyone. I'm looking at the comments. I really appreciate you guys being here. Rita, Michael, Joan, like Susanna. I'm really curious about these earrings that I've been reading about here. Um, Maybe, I don't know, but I could try to get them on the show today. I don't guarantee it, but if you email them to me, I can like at least like maybe like show it from my phone or something because piqued my curiosity. Um, anyway, we are going to do my favorite part of the show, which is the customer show, and then we'll get like to our awesome project. Okay, so here's our fancy. This is a cute little bracelet that was made by Laura Lee, but we have a picture of it further down the customer show. But that is so cute. Cheers. Let's see. First, we have Nana Scotland. This is woven. Apparently, it's one of Nana's other many talents. I am astounded because I've kind of started weaving, and when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh. I do maybe like 5 or 6 rows max, but this thing is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 11 or more. Amazing. I'm inspired. I'm going to try this one day. I'm going to try weaving something that's more than 5 like rows or strands or whatever they're called. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Laura Lee made these earrings and I think they're really cute. And she said that she followed my tutorial on how to make ear wire. And she said that she will never buy them again. So I do have a tutorial. Guys, it's so easy. I've seen like all kinds of gadgets out there to like make these really like simple ear wire, and I make it super easy. These are so cute. Oh, I love those green ones. Ooh, I like those. Wow. And here's another picture. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's so pretty, Laura Lee. I love these. Ah, I think I'm gonna make some. I'm gonna make myself a pair. And then next we have Susanna, Louisville, Kentucky. This was a lesson that Susan gave on her show. I think it's called The Circle, and it's a macrame on wire. So I think the inside is like probably like hardened like cuff wire, and then you add the bead and you do the macrame on top. That's a really good idea. So if you don't want to fiddle with like macrame slide knots, that I've never done this, but I'm intrigued. I like it, and I think I should give it a try. What do you guys think? Have you ever done this? Leave it out in the comments below if you've ever macrameed on wire. And then next we have Laura Lee, Florida. These necklaces, we've got another picture of them, but these are so cool. Look at these pendants. I mean, I am just like wow, they are so cool. If I had seen these like anywhere, I would have like totally like snapped them up. Okay, so these are knotted. It's knotted. Ooh, very nice. I like it, Laura Lee. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And those pendants are just like so, oh my God, they're so cool. I love them. And then next we have Nana Scotland. Oh my goodness, look at these leaves. And then I tell you, every time I see anything from Nana, I'm always astounded. Guys, and look at the way she did the ends, those, I wish I knew how to do that. That is like so cool. They're like little leaves with balls. And then you've got a nice, like macrame cabochon with the leaves on the outside. So pretty, so pretty. And then, oh, here's that bracelet, Laura Lee, Florida. Isn't that cute, guys? Oh, this is so adorable. This would be like great for like New Year's. Imagine like New Year's or maybe like a Christmas Eve dinner. Ooh, so cute. And it's pearls, and I don't know how you did the middle there. Okay, wait. I'm gonna try to guess. It's a ring, and then you attach the cord on one on the left, one on the right, strung the beads on, and then I don't know how you did the end though, and then you attach that cute little charm. I think that's how it's done. Let me know. Okay, let's see who we have next. Ooh, Laura Lee. Okay, this is really cool. This necklace. See, one thing I like about Laura Lee, okay, so you've got like a necklace like this, but then, if you get a customer who says, well, I would love it if it was in gold. Well, no problem. Here's the gold version. So, so cool. So you get the gold version, you get the silver version. So really, really cool. And I like those beads. Those are, it looks like tourmaline. I'm guessing that it's tourmaline because that's what it looks like, but I could be wrong. It could also be quartz, but very, really pretty. Really, really pretty. And then next we have Nana, Scotland. Okay, so this says hand-painted, ooh, bubbling lava pendant. It looks like it's bubbling. Knotted mother of pearl beads on waxed jewelry cord. Let's take a look. Oh, I love those beads. You know, if you guys know me by now, you know that any bead that's that color is like my favorite. Like I love Riverstone. I love anything that's like a cream color. I don't know. It's for me, it's really peaceful. It's just very tranquil. And I like how you did the top there with the that other bead, the macrame slide knot, the little macrame clusters on the end. 2 thumbs up. And then last we have Laura Lee. Okay, these are a couple of bracelets that she sent in a couple of weeks ago. Ooh, these are really pretty. You know, and I'm thinking, okay, guys, I think most of you know by now that you can turn any bracelet into a necklace. And I was thinking of like maybe like on a bracelet like this, putting like an adjustable extender on it. Because what you would do, see, so there's a ring, there's rings on one side, clasp on the other. So when you make the adjustable extender, it would have, you know, a clasp on one side. And let's see, what would it have on the other side? A clasp and then chain, because the clasp will attach to the chain and vice versa. So you can turn any bracelet into a necklace. One of these days, if you're not familiar with that, I think it's in my ebook. And I also have a lesson under Naughty Lessons on how to make an adjustable extender for any bracelet. Anyway, guys, that is this week's customer show. If you have anything you'd like to send in, email it to me at the Knotty-Do-It-All@gmail.com Tuesday, preferably the Tuesday before the show. Anyway, that is our customer show. Okay, we got it. Susanna sent it in. Okay, can you guys see that? Okay. These are the, oh my God, they're so cute. Look at that. They're like little, they've got like the little skulls on top. Oh, how festive is it? Let me straighten it out. Whoop. Oh, isn't that so cute? Let me see if I could, you know, let me like switch over. So let's see if we could like, I want to zoom in on this. Oh my God, you are so creative. That is so cute. Oh my gosh. And then look at all these different like colors and stuff. Wait, there's like one. Oh, I see this is a pair to, okay, I see. Oh my, ooh, look at those. So, so cute. I really, really, oh my gosh, I gotta wear this. You know, I was looking at the ear wire, and then these earrings, these had been inspired by Laura Lee. I had them in my little like ear wire drawer. But look how she takes bales and then uses them like in the earrings. So I thought that was really cool. And actually, I don't know why I didn't wear these today because it matches my outfit much better. Okay, project time. Okay, let's start. The amount of leather, okay, that I used for this, I used 72 inches, but it was like almost like an Olympic performance. It was like too perfect. So whenever I make a project and it was like, you know, like I said, like a 10, perfect 10, the next time I make it, I tend to go a little bit over because for me, even that is cutting it too close because just in case you need to do a little bit of shifting or something changes, then it'll come up too short. So originally I used 72, but I am going to use 75 inches because I don't want to mess up. And also, if you need to make yours a little bit longer than I'm going to make mine, then go for the 75. Even if you make it even like an inch longer, then go for 80. The interesting thing about this, check it out. Okay, so this measures like right about, let's say about 8 inches or so. When you have a bracelet that's big and chunky like this, don't base it on this length because I made a bracelet for my mother years ago, and she, you know, she said my wrist is 6 inches, and so I made her the 6-inch bracelet. But when you put something this chunky on and it's 6 inches, it's going to end up really, really short. So on something like this, I tend to make it like 1 inch to 1.5 inches longer. And don't forget, you need to like calculate the length of the clasp in there. So I'm going to like get started here. So I've got my 75 inches of Kanza 1.5 millimeter leather. This is from Leather Cord USA. And I am going to like string my beads on. And this is I really like this project. It's probably one of my favorites. And I think I did something similar to this a few shows back. So I'm going to just string all the beads on. And let's see how many did I use for this one. Okay, I think it was 15, but I don't know. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Whoa. Oh, this is a 4-strand. Now, hang on, guys. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 27. I hope I have enough beads. You know, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. We'll make it work. Because one thing that you can do, like let's say you don't like exactly have enough beads, you can kind of put a little bit of more spacing in between the beads. So I'm going to get all these on the leather. And that's one thing I like about this size bead with this size leather. There's not a whole lot of space, so it just like works out beautifully. And so let me get these on. What I do is I like to take big chunks of beads. I don't like dumping them all out because it's a lot easier to string them if you, okay, that one's not going in. You know, I don't know what it is. Every once in a while I get a bead that has like a thing in it. So we're going to have to do a little bit of surgery on that one. I guess it's from the tumbling process, but if you run into a bead like that, don't like throw it out because you can usually like get the whatever's in. How does that even happen? I mean, how does it even get strung if it's got like a thing inside it? Maybe it's because the stringy material like that they string it on kind of goes like around it or something. And also, I did say that I would give you the measurements on these beads here. They are both a 12 millimeter. So I went and measured them. Okay, I'm not gonna, let me, okay. Am I the only one that if I come up with a bead like this, I just like cut it off and then put it aside without like getting it off the strand? That is so bad of me. I've got so many, I've got a drawer full of beads where I was just like literally too lazy to do just what I did. I don't know what it is because sometimes I don't know, it just, I guess because I don't like to like fiddle around too much. I just want to get the job done. And for some reason, I feel like it slows me down. But if you know, you know, because I know some people probably do that. You know, let me, I'm going to turn back on my iPhone, guys, because I am missing out on the comments here. Oh my goodness. Hang on, be patient. There I go. Okay. Okay. Oh my God, the timekeepers are gone. Okay, I'm gonna like see if I can get that that thing out. Oh, that was easy. Oh, that was so easy. Okay, so now I'm going to start knotting these. Okay, let's do this. And I do have a clasp, and you'll need a clasp with a, you know, with a large hole because the leather's going to go through several times. I think it's going to go through twice. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tie a knot on the end here because we will be going like taking it on and putting it off several times. And by putting the knot on the end, that way you get it back on the same spot every single time. So I'm going to clip this. And I'm going to work like linearly, so I know that the spacing here, I'm just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 inches. Because even though this says 8, see, I'm not starting at 0. I'm bumping everything over. And then right about here, I am going to make my first knot. Because I have to leave that space because I'm going to come back and put a coil knot. So I'm just going to make my first knot here. And for this one, I kind of go back and forth between like knotting backwards and then knotting forward. So you guys will see. So I'm gonna like put my first knot like right there, right where the clip is. And let's just tighten that down. And then it gets it starts to get a lot easier. So let me zoom out. So And I don't measure like the distance between the beads. I eyeball it, because when you make a bracelet like this, if you like evenly space, and then when you put the bracelet on, the beads will be like on top of each other. So you kind of want to like ballpark figure it. So that's what I do, because I don't. So I just kind of like, just kind of like this, kind of like look at it. And, as long as there's a space in there that's not too big or too small, that way you can get, oh, great. Okay, 30 minutes. Oh, ooh, Pat, woohoo. All right, so, and this one's pretty quick. So there we have it. And it doesn't have to be like perfect. That's one thing that I find that's better, because I used to be like, oh, it's got to be like meticulously, perfectly, like evenly spaced. And for some reason, I did not like the results, because I was just like, it looks too mechanical. It looks like it was machine made. So I wanted to avoid that look. So I'm just going to come in here and just see how like this one's a little bit smaller than that one. That's what you want. Okay. So yes, we've got Pat in the building. Yay. Thank you, Pat. I see that I've got the 30 minutes, and I think I'll be able to finish this in time. And normally I make like a 4-strand, a 3 or 5 odd numbers, but this one is going to be like an evenly, like an even number, which is going to be 4. Okay, so you want to do like a few. Okay, when you start to get like, when this starts to get long, you need to like stop and look for a space in here before you come back around. And this lesson is actually a really good like demonstration of how this board is like amazing, because you can make this you can get the multi-strand look without those end caps, guys. Ugh, I do not like end caps. I'm putting it out there. Very rarely does an end cap come along that I thought I like that. So, all right. So now that we're getting there, I'm going to clip this. See, I put that knot in there, so it's going to be exactly like right where it should be. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I feel that that's good. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, it's not, because I know that if I put another bead, it's going to go over, and that's what we want to avoid. So, so right here, right there, I'm going to put my clip, and I'm going to put a knot right there. And so in this instance, I guess I could do it backwards. Yes, why not? I was going to say do it forward, but we can go backwards here. So the clip is kind of like acting like there's like a knot there, but there really isn't. So you just flip it over. And you could use a little clip too. Whoa, let me get back in frame. Okay, so right there. Oh, I know, right, Joan? Oh, I do too. There was one like end cap that I really did like. That was for that I used it for like stringing material. Like, I don't know, it was a few shows ago. They were like these steel things. I really did like those. Those were cool. But imagine, I don't know how many of you have ever used the end caps, but you need like for every thickness of leather, you need a different size. So I'm just going to keep on going. Just boop, 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 right there. And it's easy to kind of like, Michael, let's see. I think we're actually gaining time this week. Are we? Oh my gosh. No way. Is it gonna, oh no, I don't like daylight savings time. It just always throws me. I'm sure everybody has that problem, not just me. So I'm not gonna. It's weird though. I'm gonna like come back here. Tighten this. All right. Have any of you ever made this bracelet, this specific design? And it looks really good, like with smaller beads, larger beads. I mean, it's such a like forgiving like lesson. Oh, some of you guys were saying that you heard like this noise in the background. It was my phone. I forgot to turn the volume down, so you were hearing my text messages coming in. Okay, you know what? Let's stop here for a second. Let's do a check. Okay, let's put this back in, and let's go. Oh, you know what I forgot? Oh no, I forgot to put the clasp in. Oh. Oh well, okay. You should have put the clasp in, which I forgot to do, so we are going to have to fake it. Okay, guys, we're going to pretend like there's a clasp. I can't believe I forgot that. You know what? Let's do this. What can we do? You know what? I'm going to try something. You know, I'm just going to put this on because you know, I was too busy like chit-chatting. Oh, let me get the All right, we're going to pretend like that's a clasp because I messed up. But you know what? If that happens to you, I think we could like always put like an adjustable like slide knot on there. Let me get another. You know, it's so weird. I've got all these fancy tools, and what do I use? These pliers that I just found. Oh my gosh. These are great. I use them all the time. Okay, so we're just going to pretend that this is a clasp because I forgot to put it on. Okay, so now we've got to measure, like, to see, because you don't want to go over. That's like the worst. Okay, so I think we could put a couple of more. Okay, let's do it. So I'm going to put one, then measure, and then put another. Okay, so let's do this. Let's see, be the ring and put the clasp on the other end. You know what, Michael, I think I can do that. Let me let's see if Michael like has the tip of the day. Let's see if I messed up on that one. Hang on, it might still be salvageable. Okay, see, so I'm going to stop here because and now I'm going to come around. I guess I could technically do that, but then I'd have to take all the beads off. How much time do I have? Okay, I'm going to do that because I want to save the bracelet. And this is a good tip for you guys in case this happens to you. You forget to put the clasp, and it's not too late because we could still put the clasp on. Yeah, thank goodness. Oh, thank you, Michael. Ooh, you are just so smart. Okay, let's get that thing off because where'd it go? So I guess you can put the clasp on before or after. So let's just let me get this thing off. All right. Beautiful. Okay, so now I'm going to come in and put a clip right there. And then I'm going to start putting the other beads. And it looks like I'm averaging 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So I'm going to get 6 on. And I think 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Let's do this. This is actually, this is a pretty like fun and easy project. Okay, so right there, let's get some more leverage. My goodness. You know, let me get one thing about this project. It kind of like takes up my entire screen. So I don't want to lose these puppies. Don't go. Don't leave me because I need you. Okay. Okay, let's do it. I'm going to speed things up here. Let's get this off. Oh, no, Michael, don't I would, sometimes when I'm making stuff, I fail to like see like easy solutions. So that is fantastic. That was like really saved my my bracelet. Because honestly, I was going to like turn it into a like a like an adjustable. So right there. Can you guys like see that? I feel like you guys can't see what I'm doing because the this kind of knotting, it just takes up so much of my space. Okay, let's do everyone. Okay. Yeah, it looked like it was averaging like 6 beats. So I'm gonna do like 5 or 6 and then do measure. Everybody knots like this in this group, right? I hope so. Because it's like super fast, super easy. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick like measurement check. Boom. Okay, that's good. Good. Okay, I have room for one more, so I'm gonna do that right now. So see how I'm taking it off, putting it on. So that is one thing that you will have to do with this project. Okay, so space and okay, and okay. Put it back on, turn. And I think we got one more like okay, turn around and then clip it. And the next knot will go right here. And since this is getting short, I am just going to like knot it going this way here. See, so you could do it either way. And I'll show that again because I usually don't like knot that way, but I'll show you how doing it this way, how that's done. Because sometimes, it's just a little bit faster. So let me clip this here. Okay. So when you do it forward, and I tend to do it like forward, like, but when the cord it just gets shorter, it just I don't know, it just makes sense. But it's really cool, and it's very helpful to have a variety of different ways to like knot the beads to get the knot really close up to the bead. So in a case like this, what I do is I make a very large, loose, just super loose overhand knot, and then I take you could use a pin or just see how I take the knotting awl and I like hold it like right up to the bead, and then I pull, and that just gets it like really nice and like snug. So I think since the leather's so short now, I'm just going to do them like one at a time. I'm going to put these on, and so do you guys do you know how to do it? Do the knotting of both ways? And if you do you do that? I mean, like, what's your preferred like way to do this? Let me scoop this up. So now, see, I'm making a large overhand knot, and it just gets it like right. So it's, ideally, when you put a knot on to the left or to the right of a bead, you don't want it to like to like move. I remember one time I did a show in Tucson and this woman came up to my booth and she took one of my necklaces. And the very first thing she did, guys, it was so like, I was like, ooh, like I was like intimidated. She got the necklace and she was going like this. She was checking for space between the beads. And I was, thank goodness, I think I passed the test because there wasn't any gaps. But I mean, I've always been picky about that, but ever since then, I was just like extra like cognizant of the inspector coming by. Okay, okay, you know what? Okay, let me zoom out here. Oh, wait a minute. Let me get this on here and let's check. Okay, one more. Let's see. Susanna says, yes, I prefer backwards, but as you show us, when it gets short, yeah, yes, it is better. That way it just keeps the pace going. You know, it's just like, oh, did this color combo, Pat, with the, I know, right? Okay, can I do one more? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to do one more. Guys, and you're going to need GS Hypo Cement for this because I used to use super glue. And I mean, sometimes I do, but I don't like it anymore. Perfect. Okay, so let's get this going. Whoa. Ooh, okay, so that's there. We got this here. And I am going to, only because, you know, I did mess up because I wanted the clasp to be on the, see how this end is double, so it just gives the bracelet a little more like strength. Because I messed it up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come through the clasp again, and then I'm going to come around. So if you guys come across the same scenario where you forgot to put the clasp in, all you got to do is just, because normally these two ends would just be like dangling out, and then I'll put the coil knot, but just to give it a little extra strength, just take this last strand and just come around one more time. So I'm going to like clip this, and for this, I did a quadruple wrap knot because I wanted it to be extra strong, and I made it, I think I took 10 inches just to be on the safe side, 10 inches of the leather, and now I'm going to do a coil knot. Ooh, I'm doing good on time today. I'm so happy. Oh, another thing, you could always put like on the ends, extender chain, ring, 2 rings, and then make it adjustable. So there are like a bunch of different things that you could add like to the end, like here, or even like what I just did. I used I opened a thick ring and I put it on. So if your bracelet ends up a little like it's a little bit too short, you could always do that. Okay, so let's do our coil knot. I love the coil knot. Okay, right there. And ooh, this stuff. Okay. Oh my goodness. I can never, hang on guys. Maybe that's why I have these, so I can get the, okay. Let's see what's happening with my friend here. It's the leather is 1.5 millimeter. See, why does that happen? You know, I swear I put the lid on it and it just, I don't know. Okay, but at least, hey, at least it's coming out. See that? Okay, when you do this, you want to put a very generous amount. You want to make sure, because there's a lot to be covered here. So don't just put a little bit. Just give it a good dab. I get it inside. I put it underneath, like just like literally all over, as much as like I feel like. I mean, common sense. I mean, you don't want to use the whole like entire tube, but just really be generous with it. Get it like on all the strands. See how I'm doing that, like right there. there. Okay, perfect. Well, I'm going to put this aside and get my leather. What did I do with it? Did it fall? Well, I'll just get more. 10 inches. Okay, so coil knot time. I love the coil knot. I'm going to leave like a little, whoa, a bit of a tail because we need to like come in afterwards and like really pull it tight. So I need a peg. Oh, hang on. Let me grab a peg here. Okay. The size of the bead, I'm using the 8mm, Kathy, from the 3-strand bead set. Okay, so see how that's perfect. Okay, let me scoot up. Yeah, I'm using the, so if you use the like the 10mm, I think that I don't know. I need to try it out. Okay, so I'm gonna come in that way and then this way. Okay, so now you want to get that, you want to make sure it's over the glue, and then you'll know that you got it just right when you squeeze and pull and you don't see a bunch of glue like all over the place. This is perfect because I know that when that glue dries, um, it, I could see it kind of like, let me see if you could see that. Oh no, I only think I'm zoomed in as much as possible. The glue, uh-oh, no, can't see it. But it kind of like squishes out of the knot a little bit. So you just want to like leave it because usually when I used to use super glue, it was like instant, and so I could like literally like wear it within 15 minutes. But GS Hypo Cement, not so much. Okay, so let's do this side. And if the clasp is in the way, you could just move it aside. So let's do our coil knot on that side. 10 inches, yeah. Maybe I'll go 9 this time because it looked like I had a lot extra. So let's cut this. All right, GS Hypo Cement. Let's do this. Oh my gosh. Okay. So let's just, yeah, that's the thing about this stuff. It's a little bit slow, so you're just gonna, and it says don't squeeze, and I'm a squeezer. I will squeeze it. So let's get some generous amounts in here. But you know what? It's worth the wait. And you know what you guys with GS Hypo Cement do it as an experiment, only because it's really, really cool. And I recommend doing this with like like any glue that you use, so you can get an idea of what it's like. Oh my goodness, where's the lid? Oh, thank goodness. Let me. Oh my gosh. Okay, can she do it? No. Oh, okay. What I did, just to get an idea of what the glue is like, I just take a clear piece of glass and I just put like a bunch of it on there and I let it dry for a few days. It is so helpful. That's when I learned that super glue is crunchy and it kind of like cracks, while GS Hypo Cement and what else? Oh, the Gorilla Glue Clear. These two guys, this is another one that I use a lot. It stays flexible. That is important. Have you guys ever had like super glue that you used and it just like got crunchy and weird? To me, I did not like that because I don't know. I just thought it was not a good like thing. Okay, so I'm going to come in here and 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean the GS Hypo Cement and the Gorilla Glue Clear, they almost like dry. Oh, see, that's what, oh, I should have gone for the 10 because you need leverage. Okay, I think I can do it. I think I got this. Okay, I got it. I got it. I got it. Oh, did she get it? Come on. Yeah, that's one thing about like, oh no, come on. Where did it go? Okay, right there. Okay, got it. Perfect. I'm gonna yeah, see, you need like cord, extra cord because you need that leverage. Okay, I'm gonna grab these and just tighten down. And one thing I like about the 5 millimeter, I mean the 1.5 millimeter, guys, have you ever done that with a 1 millimeter and then it broke? Yeah, that's why for this kind of bracelet, or especially like for coil knots, I like using like the 1.5 millimeter. If you use a thinner leather, okay, you could always do instead of putting a coil knot on it, you can use the macrame binding knot or switch over to a synthetic because yeah, okay, Michelle, yes, 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 that's oh yeah, and you know what, this will work with any cord. I've made this version with with like little tiny, oh, I wish I had the that's a good question. Let me see, hang on, let me see if I can like grab something here in my let's see, multi-strand. Let's see what we got. Okay, here's one version that I made. This is with a cotton cord. So this so you can make it with like any, like you could use cotton, Eslon if you have a really tiny, I don't know what happened here. I don't know why that came off. You know what, why this came off? Because I don't like putting like an open ring on stringing material, because that's exactly what happened. Because see, I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea how this, can you see that? How this cord came out of that thing. But usually, I mean, I would say 90% of the time I put like a closed ring. But yeah, I would just experiment because it's exactly the same process, except you're just using a different stringing material, or let me see if I have anything else here. Ooh. Oh, here's another one. Oh, this one's really pretty. Okay, this one, I made it, this is also with cotton, except it's got the 2 beads, and I made it like longer. Let me zoom out here. So this one is, I put my pegs 13 inches apart for this one, and this one ends up being a wrap. Ooh, actually, I think I'm gonna wear this today because it looks good with my outfit. Let's get it on. Yeah, so you can make it with like just about any hang on, let me get that. Come on. Boom, boom. See that? So you can use any bead, any stringing material. It's an extremely forgiving like technique. And then the last step would be to come in, and I would wait an hour before performing the next step, but I'm going to do it anyway because I want you guys to see. Can you put a dot of hypo cement in the crack of the, no, you know what? I think it will just peel off. That yeah, that's maybe as a temporary measure that might work, but I think that I think in the long run, I don't think a GS hypo cement is made for like for metal. Okay, so then I come in with I love to use like cuticle scissors just to come in really close and cut the leather. And one thing that you can do, I mean, right now it's not extreme, it's not very offensive, but I could come back in and with a Sharpie and like with a matching color. Probably that would be a good idea, actually. That way it really camouflages the why do I have an extra strand in there? Guys, I don't know how that happened. Maybe I just got, what? Okay, something's like weird here. I don't know what this is, but maybe I forgot to, that's weird. I don't know where that came from. You know, I think I just went crazy and should have stopped. But that's an anomaly. I don't know why that happened. Okay, so let me cut this one off. Why is that? Boom, and one more. Ah, I did it. Yay, look at that. And one nice thing about this one, you really don't even need, I mean, you could just hook it right onto the, your fold here. So this, it came out so pretty. Oh my gosh, now I got two of them. I am so happy. So this is, I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. It's really fun. It's really easy. I like it. You could use it for bracelets, necklaces, wraps, double wrap, single wrap, just you name it. Anyway, my time is up. I want to thank everyone. I wish I can like go back. I see you guys. I see Pat, Susan, Laura Lee, Gina. Thank you guys so much for joining my show. Anyway, have a very safe and fun Halloween, and I will see you next Thursday. Bye.